Hello everyone, Rambles here, and welcome back to Season of Discovery and our Human Paladins leveling campaign. Thank you guys for joining me in Azeroth today. Hope everybody is doing well. We are heading into the Hinterlands to begin some questing there today. We are still rocking our sword and shield, the amazing Blood Razor, and the Wall of the Dead. Very nice epics. Having a lot of fun with these. And yeah, that's what we're doing to start off today. I think we'll probably stay sword and board for a while. Then again, it's hard to resist continuing to use the Kang the Decapitator, which we just recently got and just recently skilled up. So yeah, we have two different possibilities. I'd love it if when you switch specs, it would activate your current runes, or like a saved rune loadout. You know what I mean? So that I can, because these builds are pretty similar. They're pretty similar, and like the biggest difference in what I do when I equip a two-hander as opposed to a sword and board is the runes. The runes are the biggest difference. The spec is only minimally different for what I'm currently doing. So yeah, I would love to have a rune loadout saved profile, so that we could easily switch back and forth between different rune loadouts. That would be really cool. Alright, it is nighttime here in the Hinterlands. I'm not sure if I've ever quested in the Hinterlands at night before, so that's a very different vibe. Skull Rock cleanup. We need 10 green sludges, 10 jade oozes, and then troll necklace bounty, 5 troll tribal necklaces. And then we also have a quest that turns in back in Stranglethorn. We can make our way all the way over to the coast. We can get 12 Pubble Verbose ports scattered about the coast over there. There's at least one more quest to pick up top. And of course, we have to grab the flight point.
How are ya? Watch your back. What can I do for you?
Hinterlands, I feel like, is a pretty good area for grinding. Just kind of killing stuff as you travel. Really like the nighttime here. I love it in Classic when a zone really captures like a good nighttime darkness. I feel like that was something that kind of got lost in WoW over time. Like, as WoW went on, you got less and less zones, like less and less nighttime skyboxes that were actually dark, that felt dark at all. Sometimes the night skybox became so bright that it was really even hard to tell you were playing at night. But yeah, this is really nice. Like, you can still see everything, but it's dark, you know? We're enjoying that full moonlight. And I forgot to mention, I did pick up the Spirit of Zandalar back in Booty Bay. It's really worth it to park yourself in town and just wait a few minutes and catch a world buff or two before you go out and do your questing. If you spend any time in Stormwind or in Booty Bay, you're going to get world buffs. Even if you just hang out for a couple minutes, go make yourself a sandwich, come back, you'll have your world buffs, then you can go do 2 hours of questing just with a solid buff. Alright, I'm going to try to use Blessing of Might today. Try to use Blessing of Might. I'm also going to get some potions going. Well, we can't do Troll's Blood yet. Let's do one of everything else. And today I'm going to try harder not to die. Last time we had quite a few deaths. Because of that, I lost my world buffs. I lost multiple rounds of elixirs, which are not cheap. Not that I paid for them, but they were gifted to me. And I'd like to use them semi-intelligently. So I'm going to play a bit more carefully. Is that how I play carefully? Yes. Yes. After seeing how little damage they were doing and how much damage we were doing to them, yes, that's how I play carefully. They put a lot of poisons on us, though. They had 3 poisons stacked on us at the end there that was actually ticking for quite a bit, so that's something to be aware of. Should probably pull maybe 3. 3 seems like a good number. 4 was probably pushing it. So that's all the cages we need. Now we're just looking for, well, you know what? I think we've gotten all of our necklaces. We can be done with trolls. We need to go after slimes next. Eventually, whenever we bother to do our cooking and get our cooking skill leveled up, we are going to be close to getting the quest from Gadgekstan that gets us to 300 cooking. I know as part of that, we need giant eggs that we can get off these vicious owl beasts. So while I'm out here, and because I really hate owl beasts with a burning passion, I'm going to fight some of these guys. I don't know what other meats are involved. I feel like one of you guys might have sent me some of the meats, but it was like a long time ago. So I might still have some stuff sitting in my bank, but I know for a fact we need big eggs. I believe they are called giant eggs. Eventually we'll do our cooking. We have a bunch of turtle meat. I just don't have the spices, and I haven't found a fire. But we'll get that done soon. TM. And I will take a minute to point out we're still not max rank with our swords. Still not quite there yet. We are 228 out of 245, so we're close to capping it out, but we're probably still missing a lot more than we would. Especially against at-level enemies like this level 46 Silvermane. However, thankfully a lot of our damage is holy damage. We looted a scum-covered bag. Delicious. Mana pots inside. We are finding a lot of the green sludge here, but we're not finding a lot of the jade ooze. Pretty sure the jade ooze are the bigger ones. We aggroed something somewhere, but I don't see anything. Yeah, it must be underground. Because I see nothing. There's one over here, but this is not the one we aggroed. Very strange. There are definitely 0 bugs in this game. Bug-free game, I say. Hey, look at that. We hit level 49 just by grinding. Alright, well, what are we gonna do with that? Guess we just finish readout. Just increasing our chance to block when we get crit. It's not the best. But I really don't have anywhere else that's more useful. You know, some say take repentance, because if you got a humanoid and they're a runner, this could help. Maybe if we were playing hardcore, I'd care about that. Be a good choice. I think I'm just going to finish this and then we'll kind of go from there. Taking toughness wouldn't be bad. Chance to hit? Yeah, like maybe we go into precision. This is actually what we're going to do. We're going to go into precision. Just get that extra 3% chance to hit. Alright, here we go. This is a test. Can we take 4 of these guys? They are all level 47, 48. Can we do it? I think that we can. The answer is yes. What kind of shape are we going to be in when we're done? I mean, not bad. I mean, we finished up in a pretty good place despite pulling 4 of them. That's nice. I really like the AoE DPS on the sword and board build. It's a lot of fun. Such a fun fantasy. They don't give you a lot of easy ways out of these little slime holes. There's like some steps over here, I guess, we're supposed to use. The last time we went out, we glitched out up the tree. But the staircase works. So yeah, now we're just looking for a bunch of the jade ooze. So we're looking for the bigger ones. Maybe we should go into a different area. I feel like they probably share spawn points. You know? At least the ones down in the pits probably do. Let's head over to this one. A little bit further over to the northeast. And see what the situation is like over that way. Yeah, here we go. Wow, we gotta watch out for these stealth dogs. Apparently they're all over the place. This was definitely the right place to go for the jade ooze. I guess drinking some mana back would be an okay idea. Alright, that is all the ooze we need. Let's head over to the coast and we'll go after the bottles of port. Now, there is a safe way down. Maybe this green arrow on the map is marking it. Oh my god, dismounted. Yeah, every time I don't take the safe way down, I end up going splat, so that is what we're gonna do. These stealth wolves are experts at dismounting you. Apparently it's what they excel at. That's 2 in a row that have immediately dismounted us on the first hit. First hit out of stealth. I wonder if it's some kind of ability they have. We found a Tusker Sword of the Wolf, 14 agility, 13 spirits. Oh wow. That's a very interesting looking sword. I don't think I've ever seen that model of sword. That's really cool. That would be really cool for a hunter. Melee hunter weapon. Just like the visual look of it. And, I mean, obviously, I shouldn't even need to say this, but I will anyway. Obviously, we're going to kill some turtles while we are out here looking for this Pubble Verbose port. Usually in this area you can find at least one. Maybe there's somebody else out here doing the quest that we haven't run into yet. Because we are just not finding anything. And we're getting pretty close to the Horde base. Yeah, there's gotta be, either there's something wrong with this phase, like with the layer that we're in, or somebody else has to be maybe this person's grabbing them all. Yeah, they have to be level 60 though? Like, why? Why? What's in it for a level 60? So maybe not. Okay, at least we can visualize one. I don't think we can risk getting close enough for that. But at least we know the game is spawning some of them in. So maybe it's a matter of waiting for respawns. There we go. Oh my gosh. Our first one. 1 of 12. 2 of 12. It really does feel like with this build, you want to be fighting at least 2 enemies. Otherwise, you've got a lot of AoE going off that's really just kind of wasted, you know? We found some Overlord's Gauntlets of the Bear. Oh, those are plate. 10 strength and 10 stamina. Man, I mean, these are pretty good. I could sell them and probably make some money. But I think I'm just going to equip them. Because that's 10 stam that I currently... I'm only losing 3 strength on the deal. So I feel like that's pretty freaking good for a random green item. Put Crusader Strike back up. And yeah, that's pretty nice. They look pretty cool too. We do have an elite level 48 turtle. Gamarita. I'm not sure if we can kill it solo. Possibly we could. Could we leash it if it was going to kill us, though? That's the real question, because I really don't want to risk a spirit run. Maybe we'll just let him live, unless we accidentally aggro him. Probably mark him. Mark him with a skull, just so we can avoid him if we want to. Yeah, I mean, either the spawn-in rate has been really bad today, or someone else is working on this. So that would explain some of these bodies way out here, too. Maybe since we haven't seen the other person, maybe they finished the quest, and maybe they've moved out of the area. Aha. Aha, here is our culprit. It's the level 60 dwarf. Mitosh, is that you? I see you. You can't be out here taking my port. You would not need that quest, nor would you ever do such a rude thing. But you probably are killing these turtles. Oh, here we go. Well, now we're finding some pretty consistently. Could just be a bad spawn-in rate on this layer. Alright, we gotta find one more. Let's go check by the Horde base. Oh, you know what? There we go. That is just barely in safety range, I think. This is a level 55. They're not an elite. But any closer and we probably would have aggroed them. So yeah, there we go. Let's get ourselves out of here. We have to run back to the Airy Peak, and then the port will hearth back to Booty Bay, and we'll turn it in back in Booty Bay. We will also make sure we find our safe passage up the mountainside here. Trying to think ahead a little bit for our path going forward. We're going to turn these in. We're going to turn in at Stranglethorn. I know we have like 3 or 4 quests to do in Tannerus. I know we have 2 or 3 quests to do in Feralus. And then after that, I think we could do some stuff at 50 in the Blasted Lands. Yeah, all this stuff is that's a bunch of good grind quests. So yeah, maybe we finish up Tannerus Feralus, do the last little bit of stuff there. We go to Badlands and do all those grindy quests. After that, we might be ready to go into Ungoro Crater. We could even start a few of the quests in Felwood. Look like they're level 48. So maybe we could do a little bit in Felwood first before we get into Ungoro. And then after we get to Ungoro, it should be pretty smooth leveling. Ungoro and Felwood. And then after Ungoro and Felwood, we have Winter Spring and Eastern and Western Plaguelands to keep us busy. Once we can get into Winter Spring and Eastern and Western Plaguelands, like that should be plenty of quests to get us from like level 54, 55 to 60. I'm still very curious on if we're going to hit that kind of slowdown in the questing and the XP that you get in regular vanilla era. Typically by now we'd already be kind of running low on quest, and we're kind of at that point, but not really. And even with the handful that we have, we get enough XP from the quest that we can have only a handful of quests to do, and that could be like a half level. You know, we could have 5 quests to do, and that could be a whole level. So I think we're going to stay right on track with the curve, but I am curious to see what happens. Worst case scenario, if we get behind on XP somehow, then we'll just try to do a couple dungeons and get ourselves back on track.
You got my attention. Off with you. Very good. Watch your back.
No! Keep your feet on the ground. Be good.
All right, that's all we're going to do here for now. I'm going to take us back to Booty Bay, and we're going to turn in the Lost Grog.
Need assistance? You have a great day now.
And there we go. We got 49 today. We got halfway through the level, so we'll definitely hit 50 next time. Guys, I've been having a lot of fun with Season of Discovery. I've been having a lot of fun on the Paladin and on the Hunter. And I want to say thank you to you guys for all the support, for being here, for clicking on the videos, for hanging out with me every day. Thank you all so much. Until next time, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and we will see you back in Azeroth again very soon. Bye for now.